Let's do it. Hi, my name is Nigeria Chambers from Big Gold Belt Media. Kelly and Morgan, it's a pleasure to talk to you too, Kelly. As always, good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm loving this duo between the two of you, and we're going to just jump right in there on that note. Detective Jen has a new partner. I'm not quite sure how she feels exactly about Brian, but we'll talk about that in 1 second. But I do love that the two of the Detective Amberson and Detective Jen has spent a lot of time. I've checked out 3 episodes, so you two have spent a lot of time in terms of getting to know each other's character. So really having that bond in terms of this character work. How have you two kind of bonded as actors in this process?
hmm
I'll let you take this one.
Yes, well, we really did. And that's what I was saying was so awesome about Kelly is, kind of being the newcomer. They're already family, the BMF family, they're already tight knit. And so to come in and they're super sweet and for them to be so welcoming, but especially Kelly, knowing that we had to do a lot of scene work together, just authentically amazing to work with and showing me, giving me pointers and just being that calm for something that's already stable and set just made me be able to come alive more so in the character. So yeah.
I'm so glad I let you take this one.
All the praise and yes, but you deserve it.
Oh, go on, go on.
It was
No, we had an amazing time together, seriously, because the season before, season two, the places were switched. I was the new person, and
Yeah.
Steve's character was the one giving me the hard time. And so Steve and I got to do a lot of bonding, and we had such
Yep.
a great time. And it was so fun to be able to welcome Morgan to the show and her this new character and giving her a little bit of a hard time on screen.
Yeah.
And but behind the scenes, I mean, we really connected immediately. It was like butter.
Yeah, I'm really digging the dynamic. Can't wait to see what's to come. To kind of go back to Detective Jen and Detective Brian. So yes, you have your new partner. Does Jen still have any feelings towards Brian? I know there's a pretty early moment where Jen's kind of like, I'm in this because of you. But it also seems to be some indication that, like, while that was kind of her being hard on him, that maybe she still has some interest within him. And we'll talk about Kevin in just a quick second, but just emotionally, how does she sort of feel towards Brian?
I think that she is angry at him for getting her into this situation, that could cost her her job, her livelihood, everything she loves. But, she loves Kevin and I think she loves him in a way, to be able to sort of want to save him
Yeah.
and in turn saving herself, really.
Yeah, there's a powerful moment between Detective Jen and her dad about coloring outside the box. So it seems to be
Mm.
that may be a measure of motivation between some of the actions that she makes, some uncharacteristic actions that she makes and decisions that she makes. And it seems to be leading me to think that this has less to do with Brian, but more to do with Kevin, because we all can tell that there was a level of mentorship and love for Kevin, and seeing this young boy being put in that situation where you open up more about your past with your sister and so on. So there
Right.
still seems to be a lot of that internal turmoil going on for Detective
Absolutely.
Jen. But then there's Amberson who comes in who seems to be maybe a calm to the piece. You judged her as a book by the cover, only to find out that she has more layers than you ever could imagine. Knowing Mandarin was also a very dope scene. I appreciated that. When you talk about Amberson and constructing this character who isn't cookie cutter, not just a black cop, not just a privileged woman from whatever, but really seems to have so many revealing layers to it. What else might you be able to say in terms of what the fans are going to be able to expect from this character?
I think, really just in general, that's really what they're going to be able to catch. They're going to see so many different layers. And I think what is going to draw them to her and allow them to really fall in love with her is the fact that we do prejudge, like, the book by its cover, and we're like, oh, she's a rich girl, black rich girl at that. And so this is why she's placed into this position. Maybe people even see that within their own lives. But she comes from so much more. She's adopted. She's actually, like, there's so much connection there because, what she truly comes from, her bloodline, is not this rich and amazing thing. So it's like giving people an opportunity to show themselves, for who they really are, and don't just judge them right off the bat. Let them show you what they can do. And I think there's so much of a fight in her. Even though she's calm, there's an internal fight in her because she really, really wants to bring change, because people don't see that coming from her.
Yeah, and two minority women in this in this field at this time in Detroit, the odds are against you two.
Yeah.
But I'm looking to see you two challenge it. So with that being said, I appreciate the time today. Cannot wait to see what happens the rest of the season. We choose two characters and we'll get together and talk again very soon, I hope.
Yes,
absolutely.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is Lucas Moore with Team JVS via Africa. I have a question to ask both of you two about this show placing in this time period two female cops together. As Kelly said, this is a very male-dominated industry at this point in time. We even see a confrontation early on that you all have with another male detective. Just what it's like in this time period to have Detective Emerson and just be your new partner, and how does that dynamic work?
You want to take this?
Yeah, for me, I think at the end of the day, she's fighting, coming in, she's fighting for her position. She's trying to get, Detective Jen to see her for what she's really worth and who she really is outside of the wealth and the prestige that she comes from. So it's not even just, I'm fighting as a woman, but I'm also fighting to get this woman to understand me and where I'm coming from, and that we both have the same goal at the end of the day. So when she's able to do that, that's when I think we see the two flourish, and we see this bond and this sisterhood that they're able to tap into. And it's just a beautiful thing. It was beautiful for me to experience as an actor and to play this along with Kelly, who is absolutely amazing. And and then it's going to be amazing for the viewers as well. I mean, these two are powerful and dynamic, and I'm glad that we're being seen like that coming across the screen.
And for me, I think that, it's hard enough being a woman on the force and then getting partnered up with another woman. I think the way for us to really excel and be able to get, beyond this stereotype is for us to really bond together and become more powerful as sisters, like a sisterhood. So I think that having us sort of testing her to see if she's sort of worthy of being there, and then when she proves herself, for us to sort of come together just makes us even that much more powerful.
Yeah.
For your character, when we first get introduced to your character, we understand that her name carries a lot of weight, but also makes people think that she got a foot up on everyone else. Will this be explored? Will we get the full backstory of your character this season to fully understand exactly how hard she's worked and the things she's giving up to be in this position?
Absolutely. To a certain degree, I think you will. As we progress through the season, a little bit at a time, you'll be able to understand a little bit more about Amberson. In the beginning, I think she's just more like trying to prove herself, and it's like, listen, I'm more than the wealth and the name and the prestige that I come from. And I really, I want to do the same thing that you want to do. We're here trying to complete the same goal. But as she becomes closer and closer to Detective Jen, she starts to open up herself a little bit more and realize that she can, be a little bit more honest. And then that brings out a little bit more of her background. I think the viewers will be able to see her in a different light and sympathize with her, because she's really just like the next person. She can't control, what she comes from. So, in that way, you see their bond grow and them just gain this sistership. And I think it's going to be a beautiful thing to see. There's a lot of other things coming with it. I just don't want to disclose all those things, but
it's so hard.
That's the on surface answer. I'm sorry.
Perfectly fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pickylux.